This is the Team Clearcoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Ian.
And I'm Dave, and this is our show. Ian?
Yeah.
This is the Team Clearcoat podcast.
It is.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian.
You know what?
It's been a week.
Shit's been pretty bad.
And we say that a lot.
We've said that a lot more in the last year and a half than we ever have.
It's true. It's been terrible.
Yep.
Continually. But I have an idea.
Okay. All right. This is our island, Ian.
Yes. So normally what we do here is we look at some adorable automobies and try to convince ourselves that the world isn't a dumpster fire.
Filled with poo.
Right.
Yeah.
Dumpster fire.
Spewing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like a Roman candle.
Yeah,
of
molten poop.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the world we live in. So we're going to take a slightly different tack, still in the format of an FMK Cars. Go.
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the Team Clearcoat podcast. It's based on that classic game, Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of doing awful things like playing it with people, we don't do that. We play it with cars. In this game, F means you drive it for a day, you hit it and quit it. M means you marry it. It is your daily driver. K means you kill it. You have to send it to the crusher, unfortunately.
Correct. Well done. Well done on the intro.
Thanks,
this time.
Ian. Thanks, buddy.
This one is called Holy Shit, It's Been a Week. Here's some cars with something in common that is probably not super constructive, but boy, is it therapeutic.
Weren't we just talking about how you don't yell that much on the show?
We were talking about
I'm the
that.
yeller.
I don't think I yelled that much. Was I yelling just then? I can't tell if I'm yelling these days. I'm just yelling all the time.
Isn't this how we normally talk now? It's like all of human language has caps lock on it.
We just need to start closed captioning the show, and it'll just say indiscriminate screaming.
Yes. Blah 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 girl. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So anyway.
Okay.
So the first one,
yes,
is a standard Vanguard.
Oh,
It's an old British car.
Wow. I can't think of what one of these looks like. Oh, it's just an adorable little. I'm going to go with this one with the grill.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it.
Apparently they made it for a while, huh? 1956?
Yep.
Okay. That's cute.
It started in like 47, I think.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Yep.
Nice.
The next one is an F-150 Lightning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Standard Vanguard F-150 Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
What do these possibly have in common? Okay.
I want you to answer first, and then I'll tell you
Yeah.
what they have in common.
Okay.
If you haven't already figured it out.
Sure. Okay.
And the last one is a Ford Mustang. We're going to go with the 2.3 liter.
Okay.
Turbo.
Like a
new one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
2.3. Okay. All right. Okay. Huh. Okay. Are they?
Answer first, and then we'll talk about what they have in common.
Okay. So did I tell you about when I was on a construction site the other day and how I think we talked about this on the show, how you see insane trucks on a construction site.
Right.
I saw an F-150 Lightning and a Dodge SRT-10 pickup truck
That's awesome.
the same day, within minutes of each other.
That's hilarious.
Right? Yeah, construction guys, great taste in trucks.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Oh man. Okay, so the Lightning, I grew up driving pick 'em up trucks.
Yeah.
That's my roots, right? I kind of want the Lightning pickup truck. I
figured you might.
I feel like there's going to be one at some point in my future, or I can easily say I have not closed the book on pickup truck ownership in my life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever own a pickup truck?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think I will.
Well,
Well, I think I might.
Okay.
If I'm ever in a spot to have a fourth car or a third, even a third car.
Right.
If I could ever get to a spot where I have a dedicated mountain car,
Yeah.
I would love for that to be like a secondhand Raptor.
Yeah.
or a secondhand power wagon or something like that.
Yeah, like a nice big extended cab pickup truck.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I would love for that to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's ever actually going to happen.
Right. We should have like the slowest race of all time, the race between you and I to see who happens to
blinks
own
first
a pickup truck first. Because I feel like once one of us owns a pickup truck, then it's going to be just kind of community property between you and I.
It's true. Well, that brings up a good point. Another good point about pickup truck ownership is that I have thought to myself, and I think this is like a subtle thing that happens. I'm starting to exit the years where my weekends would all be spoken for if I owned a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Where I would be helping people move constantly.
Right,
because
right.
I'm no longer in that age range, and I certainly don't have friends in that age range that are just moving all the time and always are going to need a pickup truck.
Right.
And so now it can be like a solely selfish thing that I do.
Yeah.
And that makes it more appealing.
Yeah, right? Like, so my buddy Jason has a giant-ass Toyota Tundra pickup truck.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't borrowed it. I haven't asked him for it.
Right. Well,
right?
You moved.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Blankenfort, staying here.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I really like the Vanguard.
Okay.
I'm going to F that.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill the Mustang because I have driven one of those. I rented it and drove to Missouri, and I could not tolerate the I'm a Mustang every moment of every day.
This is exactly what I thought you would do, by the way.
And so I'm going to marry the Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to ride the Lightning.
So here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
These cars share names.
Okay.
With something else.
Okay.
And those things have one thing in common.
They're all horses.
No. They all share names with things that were built explicitly to murder Nazis.
Oh, there you go.
So
okay.
the P-38 Lightning.
Okay.
The P-51 Mustang. And the HMS Vanguard was a British battleship.
Nice.
During World War II.
Ian, that's a fantastic FMK Cars.
Thank you.
Man, I am really impressed.
Murdering Nazis.
Yeah.
Like the baby Jesus intended.
Just like Captain America Santa Jesus told us to.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
It's true.
Ian.
It's true. Punch
That's
Nazis.
really good. That's really good.
Thank you.
Ian, what do you say we do some My Eyes?
Okay.
Because I kind of want to save you your like
my day that I had?
Yeah, your day.
My day.
For a little bit later in the show.
That's
okay?
fine. That's great.
All right. Okay. So I've seen some stuff lately, and this is some stuff that we've kind of been meaning to get to on the show, but we just haven't really gotten around to it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
This is what we call clearing out the archives.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yep. Cleaning out the pipes.
Mm-hmm.
So first up, saw this in the parking garage at work. It is a Mitsubishi Eclipse that they rearranged the valve badge on. It says 6-valve, 24-valve. So it's a V6 24 valve. Right. I think it fell off at some point and they just stuck the letters back on.
Yeah, I didn't know.
It's a 6V.
That's one possible explanation.
Yeah.
The other possible explanation is that a friend of theirs years ago was like, this'll be hilarious.
Right. And yes.
And they haven't noticed.
Right.
And the friend who did it has forgotten.
Right. Or
is dead.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like a Winston prank on that show New Girl, where he goes way too light on the prank or way too heavy.
Okay.
He's like, let's, make them a piece of toast, or let's hit them with a ski. like this is the way too light prank.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And it could be that it has since changed hands.
Exactly. This could be second, third, fourth. They could have inherited the 6-valve, 24-valve.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a good find. That's
Thanks,
a good
man.
spot.
Thanks. It's one of those things. You see it from far away, and we have this radar, man. We've got
right.
when this is like, I think about this quite a bit. Technology adoption by the youths, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we came up in a time before the internet, and when the internet started to form. So we went from web pages to pop-up ads to embedded content to fake content, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And we have these just built-in filters that we've evolved to just like, I know what I'm clicking on. I know I'm not getting baited by an ad. I'm getting to the real thing I need, and here it is.
The first digital natives.
Yeah, exactly, right? But somebody like, say, my mother, right? She thinks an ad is just as legitimate as some other text on the page, or even more legitimate than the real text on the
Somebody
page.
paid to put this here.
Exactly, right? Yeah. So we kind of have that in the automotive world. We have this acute filter to get to something we need to pay attention to, because it's like, oh, beige Camry, Subaru Forester, blah, 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 6-valve, 24-valve from 50 yards out.
Now, it could be, hear me out.
Yeah.
Maybe this is a rare 4-cylinder model.
Right.
That has 6 valves per cylinder. That math still checks out.
I talked to one of our Twitter followers. I think it was Eric that I was talking to about this, where they were saying it is each valve has 20. Each of the 6 valves has 24 valves.
Oh, it's sub valves. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Daughter valves.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's I like yours. It's a 4-cylinder.
It's 6 valves.
Yeah, weirder than Audi's 5 valves.
Yep.
Yeah, right? Because there are 5-valve engines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Audi's, yeah. Oh, man. Weird. Yeah, so that's one thing I saw. The other one is a car stanza, Ian.
Oh.
It is a Toyota 4Runner. With some reason, they felt the need to plaster a fake V8 sticker on it.
That is the V8 from...
That's like an old GM.
It is a GM
Yeah.
one. I was trying to remember what one that is. I want to say it's Cadillac.
Yeah.
Maybe from the first Escalade?
I was Googling, rage Googling, trying to find what era it was from, and it runs a wide range. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know I've seen that before.
Just 4Runner with V8, which brings up your question. Who is this for?
Right.
Who is that for?
And also, does the 4Runner come with a V8?
I don't know. Or are they just a juice enthusiast?
I'm definitely not Googling it right now. Toyota 4Runner V8?
Yeah. I don't think so. I think it's
no, you can get it with a V8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Even if it is, what are you doing?
With a whopping 260 horsepower.
Okay. Then I saw maybe my future car, an Infiniti M56S.
Oh, yeah, that's the one you like, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that rear drive?
It is.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's very subtle.
It is, right? It kind of looks like a Nissan Altima from the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. The subdued styling of it, the fact that it doesn't have giant, enormous taillights like mine does, I think kind of takes away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not as
agree
huge
with that.
fan of the style as I am mine. Yeah, but I am a fan of 1.1 more liters of engine and another 100 horsepower. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then
go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah.
I was say, speaking of which, I was watching some car videos.
Yeah,
as
sure.
I do.
Sure.
And we talked, I don't know if we talked about it on the show or if we just talked about it amongst ourselves, about how every once in a while I'll watch a video from a real journalist.
Right.
Who's driven the same car that we have.
Yes.
After we did.
Okay.
And it kind of gives us a little validation that our impressions are actually not terrible.
Right. No, it's like therapy validating your feelings.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So
we talked about this offline.
We
in
did.
One of our rare outside the show conversations.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it in the context of the Kia Stinger GT.
Yes. Which I keep seeing.
I know.
Yeah.
And we had like really specific not complaint but criticism of how the car felt on the road.
Yes.
And that was that the rear end feels slightly disconnected from the rest of the car.
Like a square.
It
over
just
a
moves
bump.
around on you. And then I watched Best Driver's Car on the Motor Trend thing.
Okay.
And Jethro Bobbington, who's a legit race car driver.
Right.
Said the exact same thing. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't have it totally wrong. And then, so Matt Farah just published a video testing the Lexus GS-F, which is a car that
Yeah.
we both completely fell in love with
Head
last
over
year.
heels. Yeah.
And like it still like just
Mm-hmm.
pops up in the back of my brain sometimes.
No, that is plaque. That is mental plaque. It's
yes,
there. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it is.
that is the cheeseburger that you ate when you were like 14.
Mhm.
That's still in your artery.
And it comes up a lot when because people will ask me like, "Oh, how's your you're
Yeah.
still doing that car show
Yeah,
thing?
what's the
You're still
what's
doing
the
that?"
thing? Yeah, the blankets.
And I'll be
yeah.
like, "Well, yeah, I got to drive an M5 recently."
right.
And then they ask me about the M5, and I start telling them about how awesome it was. And then I get to the part where I say, "But the one I drove was $130,000." And then I hear the Lexus GS-F go.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, "Ooh,
That's right. The Lexus is like, I'm $40,000 less, and guess what? In a couple years, I'm going to be on the used market.
I know, I know." Super intriguing.
Yeah.
It's just such an intoxicating car. Like it just
Yeah.
it gets under your skin.
It really is. Like that is. I think that is the car that's had the most stickiness
really
with us.
I think partly it was like you get into an M5 and
Right.
like someone
Right.
says to you, "This is a 600 horsepower M5," and you're like, "Okay, this is gonna be bonkers."
Right.
So you're like prepared.
Right.
But then that GS-F and you're like, "Oh."
Well, here's the keys to a Lexus. It's the F Sport. Oh, the exhausts look interesting.
Right.
And then you hit like 4,000 RPM in it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Coming in with low expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It's worthwhile sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Just like your lovemaking.
Oh my god.
No, I do like the Lexus GS-F. I do like how much staying power it's had with us. It's yeah. It's
something about it.
Yeah, and I think that it's an excellent example of how something doesn't have to be the best to be the thing that we like the most. Right? Because there's faster cars, there's better handling cars, there's cheaper cars.
There's definitely cars with like better infotainments.
Right, and accoutrement.
Yeah.
Right?
With better features.
Right. But that kind of cocktail
Yeah.
altogether. Like I think about this about your R32 quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
About how it's not on paper the best,
No.
right? But I it's my favorite Golf. I think your R32 is my favorite Golf ever.
Yeah. Mine too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with
Yeah.
that. Anyway, sorry. I
No.
interrupted your
No.
your my eyes.
I like
for
that.
no reason.
No. Look at how good the GS-F looks with some wheels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those look good.
We might have to get one.
I know.
Yeah.
I meant to check used prices
Yeah.
and I forgot.
Oh,
Definitely
man.
not going to do it right now.
I want to be the
Don't do it.
ninth owner of that. We need a code word for like hands off the laptop.
Yeah.
Hands where I can see them.
And I'm just like typing into my phone behind my head. You're not fooling anyone. You still have haptic feedback on.
I can hear it buzzing. Last my eyes that I'll bring up that I saw. I was driving to work one day and I just saw this sitting on the fucking side of the road. So
Oh my God.
it's not unusual to see a tire that's gotten blown out or something on the side of the road. It's not unusual to see a wheel on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
I will say it's unusual to see an entire tire, tie rod, brake caliper, and half shaft
Right.
on the wheel on the side of the road. And on top of that, it looks like the CV axle went, so the tie rod was just holding it on until it
Right.
broke loose, and the car was dragging it. Look at that,
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
worn down on the tire,
Right.
right? So the car was dragging it for a while.
But where are the control arms?
How
How did that shit
oh, see, there's the ball joint down there,
Uh-huh.
right?
Unless the ball joint was also just like completely shot.
Right, and so I think the control arm is still on the car, and it broke at the ball joint. I think
Oh,
that's the weak
wow.
part. Where it meets with the frame is probably the stronger part of those two,
that
right?
makes sense.
Yeah. So if anybody wants what looks like a pretty legit brake caliper, There's 2 pistons in there at least, right?
Yeah, that's probably off a truck, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Gotta be off a 4-wheel drive truck.
Yeah,
maybe it's the front
I
wheel.
mean, you look at the tires, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Just sitting on the side of the road for 2 days.
Ruin your day.
Yeah,
Would ruin your day.
These brake lines just hanging, right?
Well, and those have been cut too.
Yeah, or
Those
did they just shear off of the car when all of this came?
They
off?
probably would have sheared off at the caliper, though, right?
Ian, they're still attached to the caliper.
That's what I mean. Like it would have popped out of a fitting instead of just having a clean brake at roughly the same distance. Like someone had to 127 hours that thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so they were dragging it.
Yeah.
They finally got over to the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Huh.
So someone had to fight back tears.
Yeah. Why are you peeing in an algae?
There's a 7-Eleven right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That didn't even make sense.
Oh, does anything we do, Ian?
No.
So that blew my mind. Yeah,
That's
there's my eyes.
Right.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I saw a crazy Dusty 7 Series when we were in California.
Uh-huh.
I just love that there is dust on the 7 Series that's for sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw a 7 Series for sale today.
Oh, did you? Okay.
A dusty, beat up one.
Okay.
It was in the parking lot of, so you know, on Santa Fe when you are going north on Santa Fe, right before right by like Breakfast King.
Breakfast King, yeah.
Yeah.
So like Santa Fe, Mississippi. Yeah.
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 There's also a strip club right there.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that there is a beat ass 7 Series for sale in that parking lot.
Yes.
Because it is like clearly what happened here is that the DJ got fired or kicked out or whatever.
Yes.
And the unscrupulous owner has now taken possession of that car and is selling it. Because that is a beat ass 7 Series on like absurdly expensive wheels is the strip club DJ through and
of
through.
The entire automotive industry. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right? There is nothing that says strip club DJ more.
Yeah. With like one broken air shock.
Oh, absolutely. Like kind of canted. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's been a history of weird vehicles for sale in that same area. There was a Cadillac Eldorado for a while, like a white Cadillac Eldorado that looked pretty clapped out, you know?
Right.
There's like the Breakfast King, that strip club, and then there's like another building with like a really angled driveway.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what that is.
And that's where I've saw the Cadillac.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good my eyes hotbed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also that's also the area that I'm always like I should hang out here more. Like I want to just go to Breakfast King at like 3:00 in the morning.
You don't though.
I feel like
you
I
don't.
do.
You
I feel like
don't.
I bet I do.
You definitely don't. And please don't get the trout and eggs. Yeah, because it was probably caught in the Platte River. Yeah,
probably.
Yeah, by a meth-addled homeless man.
Right, with his hands.
Whoa.
The trout was also meth-addled.
Yes. Ian, also, speaking of what I would certainly call wax wings cars, I saw a Jaguar convertible XK8 yesterday.
Nice.
Top down because it was still like 70-something yesterday.
Right.
It's snowing now.
Yeah.
With temp tags.
Beautiful.
Yep. Right? You just want to follow that person for the inevitable engine bay fire, and then just have your camera phone. Click. I knew it was coming. Click. You had time to line up the lighting and the framing, composition.
Right. Not to grab a fire extinguisher.
No. To pick out a soundtrack for the video for Instagram.
Right. What am I thinking? Speaking
of enjoying the misery of others. Let's talk about your emissions.
Let's talk about my emissions. So in Colorado, for anyone who doesn't know, if you have a car that's more than 7 years old, 7 years older,
I thought it was 5, but I could be
whatever
wrong.
It is. you have to get your car emissions tested before you can get registration done every other year.
Yep, in most counties in Colorado. You don't have to do it in Summit. That's why the Vigan was plated before me. Thanks, Peter.
Right. So I live in Denver County, and so I had to take both of my cars in. And of course, I waited till like the last possible moment to do so.
Are you on the 30-day extension right now?
I am not. No.
Okay.
I'm not. So
but
I
it
did
is the 30th.
It's the 30th.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you have a long line?
You know, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It really wasn't.
Okay.
It wasn't bad at all. So let me preface this by saying, so my car, I don't know if you know this or not, is low. It's been lowered, and we've never talked about that on the show before.
Just a skosh.
Just a skosh.
Yeah.
And I have had, and it's also all-wheel drive.
Yes.
And so the experiences that I've had going to these emissions places has been, let's say, mixed. So,
have we talked about how your car is the princess and the pea?
Yes, I think we have.
Okay, all right. Okay, continue, because it totally is.
The first time I went there, I actually got into an argument with one of the people because they insisted that I didn't know that my car was in fact front-wheel drive.
Right.
So what they do, they have 2 lanes.
Right.
And they have one lane that's for 2-wheel drive cars.
Right.
Because they run them on a dynamo.
Yeah, you can see in the picture here. Yeah, here's the rollers.
Right.
Yep.
And then they have another one for all-wheel drive cars.
Yep.
And I was in the all-wheel drive car lane. It was busy, and the guy came out and was like, "You don't, you know."
Right. He was like probably trying to pluck people out.
Right. He was trying to take me over, and I was like, "No, I have an all-wheel drive car."
Right.
And it was like a huge thing, and he had like go get a manager, and like another manager had to come over, and I was just like, we can just crawl under the car. I'll just show you the diff. Like,
right. Yeah.
It's a
drive shafts.
Right.
Yeah.
It was insane. So finally, someone came out who had heard of these cars.
Right.
And or maybe they had to look it up. I think one of the managers like looked it up. This was several years ago now.
Yeah. Probably what, 2010?
I moved here in 2011, so it would have been around then.
Yeah.
So they finally pulled me onto the rollers, and then some other guy, some like old timer, came up who'd obviously been here like for years and years, and took one look at my car and was like, "That one can't go on the rollers." And that was before it was lowered. It was a stock ride height.
Wow.
I was like, okay, all right. And I think it was because I had 18. He said it was because I had 18s on at that point, and the sidewalls were really low.
Okay.
And he was like, the rollers we have, I don't know, whatever.
Okay, sure.
So they tested it off the rollers.
Right.
The next time I went, they also tested it off the rollers.
That's where they just plug into the OBD port.
So that's what they did the first time. The second time, they ran through the test, but with the engine unloaded, which I was like freaking out about because that's not good.
That's the worst condition. Yeah.
Right. It's not.
It has to be hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, like they were just revving it in neutral.
Oh, what?
Right, which is just not good for the car.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
They did that one time.
Okay.
And then this time, I got out of the car and I told the person who waved me up. I was like, "Hey, this is all-wheel drive.
Right.
But in the past, when I've been here, they didn't put it on the rollers because it's low and has, pretty big wheels and all that other stuff."
Right.
And she was just like, "Uh-huh." And it just and they just fucking drove
it straight onto the rollers.
At such a speed.
Bottoming out the whole way. Your butthole puckered so tight, I could hear it from 30 miles away.
It was
I just heard like a...
Yeah. It just sounded like... like a spaceship leaving the atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely. Like something going into warp drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your prostate.
Yeah, no, it just like clanged right on there, and I'm pretty sure that was my, my skid plate.
Right.
Hitting that fucking thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
they do not give a shit.
No, they do not give two shits.
So it took them a good 15, 20 minutes to get it set up on the rollers.
See, that's the so they have to dial the rollers in for the wheelbase of the vehicle.
And I think the wheelbase was either like not present in their database or not correct or something.
Okay.
So he had to like I don't know what happened.
Wow.
I don't know why it took so long, but he was like on and off the rollers like a bunch of times and like stalled my car a couple of times.
Of course, yeah.
And I was just like, okay, all right.
Right.
I don't care about I just wanted to pass and like
Right.
not
and not be
spew
damaged
oil all over the
yeah,
place.
exactly. Yeah, like your car's spewing oil on the rollers, and like so it's all slipping, and they're like they keep revving it,
Yeah.
which makes it work. Yeah.
So at this point, it's already starting to attract attention because there's a long line behind it,
Right.
and he's just struggling. And then the computer reboots. So what happens is there's a computer screen where it kind of gives instructions to the tester, and
it shows them a bar, like a graph, and they rev the engine up to like meet the green line.
right, and it tells it gives them in manual cars, it gives them shift points,
Yep.
and stuff like that, because it's supposed to simulate a normal drive,
City driving. Yeah.
apparently.
Yep.
So the computer just shuts down the first time, and I was just like, oh god, it's happening. And then it reboots, and it's Windows XP, and I was like, oh god.
Yep. And what's happening behind the scenes is they've plugged in the OBD port into their system, and your VW is like, I'm in.
Yeah.
It's like a 90s hacker movie.
It's Antonio Banderas.
Yeah. Yep. Or Lawnmower Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Yeah. I'm in.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Is that what that's from? No. Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name of the movie where Antonio Banderas like sits back from his keyboard?
Was it Hackers?
No, he was in it.
I don't know.
Anyway, we'll look it up later.
Yeah.
We won't.
Yeah,
It's fine.
we won't.
Anyway, so the stupid thing reboots, and I was like, oh god, apparently it's already happening.
Yeah.
So then he starts. He has to take it off the rollers again because it said it reboots, and it's like, make sure there's no car on the dynamometer.
Oh wow.
So he has to take it back off, and then he has to put it back on, and then it shuts down again, and then he just disappears for like 10 minutes. And comes back with a supervisor, and the supervisor opens up like an electrical panel and is just like resetting, like manually resetting things. And I was just like, oh my god.
You made them reset their dip switches, Ian.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Oh wow.
But they got it, so they finally get it. And at this point now people are like wondering what's going on. Because first of all, my car is pretty loud.
Right.
So they hear it every time it starts up.
Yeah.
And then, he's like, whoa, every time he needs to let out the clutch. So
did it start for them, or did you have to tell them to do it multiple times?
I didn't have to tell them, but there was a few times they had to start. It was,
because your fuel pump prime is still hooked to the door.
Have you ever been behind someone in like a grocery line?
Yeah.
And like they're paying with a check.
Yeah.
And they have a small dog with them that's like eating the groceries.
Yes.
And like their kid is like actively like dismantling the candy bar.
Yes.
Or the candy stand.
Yeah.
And then, they just like break down and tell their life story to the cashier.
Yes.
That is my car. That's what happened today with my car. It's the worst person in the CVS checkout line.
Right. Yeah.
You have a pack of Altoids.
Yes.
Or you have a tin of Altoids, and that is it, and you've been in that line for 40 minutes.
I always remember being a little kid in the line with my mom at the drive-through bank, and my mom like the person in front taking a long time, and my mom always going, "Are they getting a new mortgage?"
Right.
Yeah, that person. Yeah.
What could you possibly be talking about?
Right.
So that was my car.
That's your car.
That was my car today. So then
and all of this is on top of just the insane stress that it is for us to do this. Yeah. Let's not overlook the fact that the stress plateau was already up there. And then this.
Yeah. When they start like resetting breakers to get your car to work, that's when you're like, okay, all right, I need to like mentally check out here or something, because
like, well, you know what you did? You were like, I need to text Dave.
Yeah. I'm just gonna assume the fetal position on the floor here.
Yeah.
So finally he gets it rolling. And normally they kind of like they have the wheel locks.
Yeah.
Which the first time he did it, it just went straight into the tire. And I was like, oh god, it's gonna pop the tire.
Yeah. Mine went straight into the Vigan bumper. Yeah.
So finally he gets it like in there, and still, it's not like quite locked into place because I feel like the all-wheel drive ones are like made for trucks.
Right.
And my car
is just floating.
Oh man.
Yep.
Maybe like 3 feet.
Yep.
Either direction.
Yeah.
It was very unnerving.
Yeah.
And then at this point, there's like 3 or 4 guys
right
talking very excitedly about my car. Like, there's no mistaking. Like, there's only one car outside the window. They're facing it, and they're speaking to each other and pointing at it. They were speaking in Spanish, so I have no idea what they were saying. Probably insulting the owner, like, disparaging what idiot owns this thing.
Idiota. Yeah.
Wait, is that not a compliment? Shit!
That means big, strong man.
Yeah. I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a stressful day,
but
it passed. It passed eventually.
Yeah. After your car hacked the system to make you pass, that's what happened.
I think it's adorable that you think my car is on my team because clearly it is not.
We've seen what Volkswagen does. We've seen their track history.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. Your car didn't pass emissions. Emissions passed your car.
True.
Yeah.
And then I had to go back and do the saw, but thankfully that's new enough. It doesn't have to do that rolling road test.
You just plug it in.
They just
That's
plug
what
it
the
in.
Old man sedan does.
Which has failed before.
What?
I've had 1 year I had to go back 3 times with the Saab.
Whoa.
Because gas caps, I lost. I bought a brand new gas cap and that failed.
Okay.
After the original one failed.
Okay.
And then it also failed because I had cleared an engine code like within too short of a period of time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Probably as I was rolling up to the place, if I'm being honest.
No, I've done that. Yeah.
So they failed me on that. But yeah, so everything is legal now. No longer rolling dirty.
Okay.
I am good.
Okay.
I am good.
That makes one of us.
But I did see someone there with, I thought I was having a pretty stressful day.
Right.
But then I look over and there was someone there, there was a lady there with a 2003 Land Rover Discovery with temp tags. And it looked like it had seen some things.
Dude.
And I was just like, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I feel like I'm having a bad day right now.
Like this generation here?
Yeah.
Oh, you are. Anybody testing this in any capacity, they're boned.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She passed.
Whoa.
She was in and out of there.
God,
Volkswagen.
damn it. See that?
But Volkswagen was like an hour. I was there for an hour.
Oh, my God. Ian.
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong?
My DMV visit to renew 2 plates was like a quarter of the time, including standing in line.
Right.
Of just waiting and watching them fuck with my car in the booth. Like I'm not counting waiting time.
Right.
Just being in the booth.
Oh my God. That booth is like a torture chamber.
It really is.
It is like a hot box. It is the equivalent of like a police interrogation light.
Right.
Yeah.
It's no longer relevant, but you remember like in pop culture when they would show fathers waiting for the baby to be born and they're pacing outside the nursery with the glass windows.
Absolutely.
That is exactly. You can always tell who has an interesting car in there because they act like every every expectant parent in a sitcom.
Yes. Like
a
hospital. Fucking caged tiger in the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Right? Yeah.
And they really frown on cigars on there. and I don't know why.
At the emissions testing facility?
Both.
And the hospital?
Both.
Yeah. Would the owner of the black sedan license plate PHAET Yeah. Oh, Ian, you and your fucking VDub, man.
I know.
Yep. But
just wreaking havoc wherever we go.
But the driving experience is worth it.
Sure. We'll see if I make it home in one piece since I'm on my R compound tires in the snow. It wasn't snowing when I left.
Yeah, but you could have taken the Saab over here.
Yeah. I probably could have. I probably should have.
You wanted to play.
I'm curious. I was curious, but I didn't think it was going to be snowing.
All of the forecasts did.
It would have been smart to have looked at the forecast. Anyway,
Oh, Ian.
Anyway, so that was my day.
You and your emissions, buddy. You and your emissions. God, I swear. Like, after something like that, you need a fucking cigarette. Like, you need, you need just, like, a shot. Like, you need a shot and then just, like, to sit on, like, a leather couch for, like, 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? In, like, a quiet place, you know? Like, you need a Ron Swanson birthday after that.
Absolutely. I mean, I need a Ron Swanson birthday all the time. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-month-old at home.
True. Yeah. That effing picture you posted of Gus and cheesecake. Shit. Oh, that killed me. Also, any picture...
My baby is very chubby.
He's adorable. Yeah. Any picture you post of Gus where you, like, write what he would say, I read that in my mind in Rodney Dangerfield's voice.
I like that you said he's adorable and then immediately followed it up with, he reminds me of Rodney Dangerfield.
I just, like, there's just, like, a look at that one in the waiting room, like, where he's like, hey, you know, I see what they call it a waiting room, huh?
I always think about babies just having senses of humor like that.
Yeah.
Like, they would be, like, hacky comics in the Catskills.
Yes, yeah, just brick wall. Yeah.
The blazer pushed up.
Yeah, yes, Ian. Yes. Oh, my God. Oh, I did have one more, My Eyes, which will lead us to an FMK Cars.
Perfect.
Do you know what I saw in the parking garage today?
You're going to tell me? What is it?
Yeah.
What was it? What?
It is
What?
a Volvo.
Okay.
I've seen some S90s kicking around, and that's cool.
They look good.
Volvo.
V90?
Nope. XC 40.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We have thoughts about this.
We do. We have thoughts about this car, and we have thoughts about their subscription model.
Yeah.
Ian, this FMK Cars is called Switching Applications Subscription Conditions.
Okay.
Subscription, what's your condition? Like, yeah, like
Schoolhouse
a Schoolhouse Rock Bill song.
Okay.
All right. Conjunction Junction. All right. So in this, you get a car and then an ownership model for said car, and an ownership model for something else in your life attached to the car.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
First up, Ian, the Volvo XC40.
Yeah.
So Volvo is offering a subscription model with this car. We're not exactly sure what the hell that all means, but basically you can pay Volvo money and continue to drive a car that's not yours every month.
Yes.
Okay? In this scenario, you have a Volvo XC40. You now subscribe to a vinyl subscription service.
Okay.
You cannot own any vinyl.
Okay.
You can only listen to LPs through this subscription service. You get them mailed to your house, perfect condition, no warpage, and and anything that you would like to listen to, you can get.
Wow.
Okay? But the turnaround time is 1 month. Okay?
All right.
You cannot make any recordings of the vinyl.
Yep.
This is the only way you can listen to music.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Interesting.
Okay? All right. Up next, we're going with a lease model.
Okay.
Okay? You, Ian, I'm going to give you an Audi A6.
Okay.
Like the 3.0T.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Like a solid, well-performing sedan. Right? Yeah. Right? There you go. Just that's a wagon. Here, I'll just give you that. Okay?
Great.
Okay? In this lease model, you get new every year. Okay? Not even new every 2. New every year. Okay? You now subscribe to a clothing service.
Okay.
Carefully curated by noted cardigan enthusiasts.
Oh.
Okay? You can only wear these clothes.
Okay.
And you must swap them out every month, including shoes.
Okay.
All right?
I mean, that sounds great.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Lastly, Ian, I'm going to give you a 2010 Toyota Sequoia.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Big ass.
Enormous.
Enormous. It's called a Sequoia.
Yeah.
You do the math. that was Toyota's marketing. This is called the Sequoia. Fuck you. Right?
Yeah.
Okay? This you own. This is your car. Paid for.
All right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You can no longer stream or find television shows or sporting events on the internet.
Oh.
Any movie or television show or sporting event that you watch, you have to have a physical copy for.
Okay.
And Effington 1, you have to go to a meetup, watch it live, only real time.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right.
Okay. I will marry the A6.
Okay. All right.
I enjoy clothing.
You do.
And I would love to get new shoes and jackets. Jackets and shoes those are my jam.
Right, right.
Every month. That'd be
great.
great.
Yeah. I buy too many hoodies myself.
Hoodies.
Yep. Right.
Yeah. If I were unchecked,
yeah,
my jacket budget would be absurd.
Right. Yeah. I will say the downside to that one, and what I was kind of getting at, is that you would never have that feeling of putting on the perfectly worn pair of jeans or the shoes that were like really broken in.
I'm okay with that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
I didn't know if that would, if the newness would override the comfort.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't really wear super comfortable clothes. Like I don't even own like sweatpants.
Right.
You know, I don't own flip flops.
Yeah. You're casual. You wake up in tweed.
Yeah. My business casual, my everyday casual, and my semi-formal dress. They're all the same.
You just add a necktie.
Yeah.
To one.
Yeah.
To the highest tier. That's your black tie.
Right.
Yeah.
I dress the same pretty much everywhere I go.
Right.
No matter what I'm doing.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's fine. So yeah, that appeals to me. I like that.
Okay.
And I will crush the Volvo.
Okay. You could not tolerate not being able to own vinyl?
Correct.
Okay.
And I've been missing the idea of physical media with movies and things like that lately.
Okay.
I'm just the convenience is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've lost a lot in that. So for a day I will do the Sequoia.
Okay.
It's a toss up though between the Audi and the Sequoia, to be honest.
Okay.
I could do either.
Nice.
Yeah. What would you do?
I think I would kill the Audi.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would F the Volvo.
Okay.
And then I would probably marry the Sequoia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I want to bring something up about the Volvo.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's been bugging me about it.
Yeah.
And not in a bad way. But something that just has been nagging at me every time I see it.
Yeah.
So when I was in Europe last year, I kept seeing the Citroen C4 Cactus.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a little bit of that in there.
There absolutely is.
And it's been driving me crazy.
Yeah. Cactus. Citroen C4.
I think that's right.
Yeah, anything that has that kind of aggressive.
So and the scallop on the side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, the Cactus has this like funky
side panel.
Yeah, off-color side panel thing.
Almost looks quilted.
Which I like.
I think it's cool.
I think it's super cool. But some of the other C4s, I think, look a lot like the XC4.
Yeah, they absolutely do. Citroen could put a doll head on the side of a car, and I would kind of think it was cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Citroen.
Right, yeah, you do you, Citroen.
You're the best,
Yeah.
Citroen.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, right? No, you're right. Yeah. This design language of the era is there's a little bit of cookie cutterness to it.
Anyway, that's it. That was it.
No.
That was as far as my thought process got with that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Ian. I like that. Yeah. Okay.
What else we got?
Let's see here. I have an old talk about.
Okay.
I was just thinking of an FMK Cars. Okay.
Okay.
So this is just another FMK Cars. I'm gonna give you another one here.
Great.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah. We're doing well. All doing FMK Cars. You have one more?
Yeah, I have one more,
Okay,
and then let's
we'll
wrap
check
it up.
in on the chat. Yeah,
Sounds great.
And see what's going on. So
Okay.
So here is this is an FMK Cars. It's called Miles and Smiles, baby, and upside down smiles. Cars with a mileage catch. Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to give you a car and a mileage and a way it's been driven in the past. Okay? And you get to decide. All right? First up, Ian, I'm going to give you a BMW M1.
Okay.
No. 135. 135. I'm sorry.
Okay.
The plucky little BMW 135.
I love those.
Right. Those are great.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. It has 300,000 miles on it.
Ooh.
And it's been driven like you would drive it. Okay?
So gently.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Ian.
that's right.
Okay. Second up, I'm going to give you a 1999 Saab Viggen
Okay.
with 200,000 miles on it.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does. And let's see here. Yeah, there we go. 200,000 miles driven like me and Peter would drive it.
Okay. So I mean, it's still not super gently.
Not super gently, but yeah. Right?
I'm not that much more. I'm not that. Okay.
All right. Lastly, Ian, I'm going to give you an Audi A5.
Okay.
With 100,000 miles on it.
Okay.
Driven like my mother would drive it.
Okay. So just handbrake turns and Gymkhana, just
backflips.
It's 100,000 miles of Gymkhana.
Yeah. Crushing cars like a monster truck. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So an A5
driven like Susan.
Susan drove it.
Driven like mother.
Okay. All right. So an A5 2-liter, just regular A5.
Yep.
Man, that's tough. That is tough.
Viggen with 200.
Yeah.
135 BMW with 300. You, me, and Peter, and my mother.
Okay.
We'd be the worst band of all time.
It'd be terrible. Man, I really like that 135, but I mean, you're trying to drive me away from it, which makes me want it all the more.
I'd throw a Molotov cocktail into the car, and you're like, hey, my offer's gone up $10,000. Your bargaining tactics are fantastic, Ian.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to crush the Saab.
Okay, all right.
I am going to marry the Audi.
Okay.
And for a day,
you'll see what you can get away with.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to see what I did to a BMW over 300,000 miles.
That is the equivalent of Indiana Jones reaching underneath the door coming down while sniper fire and snakes are trying to attack his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Okay. I like that, Ian.
Thank you.
So that got me just like a quick aside. That got me looking at engine failure rates. And so I found an article from 2012, 2010 of the top 5 manufacturer or top 7. It was more, but I just grabbed the top 7 failure rates, highest failure rates for manufacturers.
For them across the range?
Across the range, right?
Okay.
Just on average, how many engines they have fail under their marquee per X number, right?
Right.
Okay. So
And this is from when?
2010, 2012, somewhere around there. Okay. So starting at number 7 and working to 1. Okay.
Okay.
Do we want to take any guesses? What 7 might be?
I think why don't I guess at the top 3?
Sure. Okay. 7, BMW.
Okay. I figured they'd be in there.
Engine failure rate, according to Warranty Direct, 1 in 45.
Okay.
Okay. 2.2%. Okay. Number 6. Oh, and and this is global.
Right. Okay.
Number 6, Peugeot, 1 in 44.
Okay.
5, Vauxhall, 1 in 41.
Okay.
Number 4.
I'm guessing Subaru's in the top 3.
They are not.
They're not?
Nope.
That's surprising to me. Mercedes?
Nope.
Ford. Fiat.
Nope. All of the cars that were in the previous FMK cars are on this list. I mean, not the exact car, but all of the marquees.
Right. Well, Saab was already gone, right?
I think it must have been from 2010.
Okay, so
it was
Saab.
Yeah,
Saab's number 4.
Number 4, 1 in 40. Engines failed.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Number 3.
Number 3, Audi.
Close. Mini.
Mini. I figured Mini would be on
right.
there.
1 in 40. Number 2, Audi.
Uh-huh.
1 in 27.
Holy shit.
This was during that time when they had the Q5 with the excessive oil consumption issue.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's why I figured Subaru would be on the list, because they're kind of notorious for this sort of thing.
Are they?
Yeah.
Before when I was looking at buying a used Subaru, like it was basically like if I would kind of be hosed if I bought before 1999 or before. But 2000 and after seemed to be great if the people kept up on the timing belt.
And oil consumption, because they do consume oil.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Number 1, it's not domestic. It's not U.S. domestic.
Not U.S. I'm guessing it's European.
Yeah.
Who haven't we said?
And this fucking statistic, man. I don't know if they're making cars right now.
No. Yeah. 2010.
Yeah.
Was it like Spiker or something? Like, is it something small?
Nope. No, it's sizable.
Huh.
Want me to tell you?
Yeah.
MG Rover.
Oh.
1 in 13.
Right. Well, at that
Failure
time, I
rate.
think they were an Indian company.
I think so.
They were like somebody had bought the license.
Yeah, and they were making stuff like this.
Terrible cars.
Yeah.
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 Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Cleaning out the backlog.
We really are. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I have an FMK Cars that is very simple, very straightforward, no catches.
Okay.
These were when I wrote it, I don't know how long ago now.
Okay.
These were the last 3 cars to be featured in the Colorado Car Spotters Facebook group.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
cool.
Facebook groups, their thing.
Yeah.
For the cars.
Yeah.
On the internet.
Huh. Who knew?
Yeah. What would they think of next?
Yeah.
Last 3 cars in Colorado Car Spotters.
Okay.
McLaren 570S.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. McLaren.
There are a lot of McLarens in Colorado.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I have seen quite a few lately.
And I've been trying to figure out if there are that many more than there are Ferraris, or if McLaren owners are just more likely to drive them.
I think it's a low column A, low column B.
I think
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. There's a 570S.
Amazing looking car.
Super cool. So that's the bottom of the line. That's the entry level McLaren.
Yeah.
A brand new Acura NSX.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. The 2018. Yeah.
And then here's the one I think you're really gonna like.
Okay.
An Aston Martin Rapide.
Oh no way! The 4-door Aston.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Super
amazing.
Yeah.
Gorgeous car.
So pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Like that is the ultimate old man sedan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is what every old man sedan aspires to be.
Maybe like Bentley Flying Spur.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little more old manish than that.
True. Yeah. But that's my old man sedan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh man. Oh wow. Okay. So I think I'm marrying the Rapide, of course.
I figured you.
Right, of course. Obvious choice. You saw that coming a mile out, just like I saw a 6-valve, 24-valve badge. All right? You know, that classic saying.
You know.
And then so it's between the McLaren or the Acura. I think I'm going to go McLaren.
Yeah.
Because
for a day.
if I just pick it for a day, I think it's just going to feel more special and visceral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although it would kill me to crush an NSX.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But I think you've chosen correctly.
Thank you.
I think I might do the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the internet would murder you if you crushed an NSX.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw what happened to Doug DeMuro when he crushed a PT Cruiser. Yeah.
That's true.
Right? Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to pop in on the chat, see if anybody's there?
Sure. I think I saw one person chatting away.
Yeah.
John.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Just an anecdote. My son put a Lotus Evora Hot Wheel into the wheel of my Sienna in such a way that it became a part of the brakes. Oh, my God. So my minivan shared an engine and brakes from a Lotus. That is fantastic.
That is fantastic.
Oh, my God. I love that. Yeah. Yeah. So, hi, John. Yeah.
And
Thanks
yes,
for listening.
my Volkswagen basically did cause an electrical catastrophe.
Yeah. No. Like,
it's a catastrophe wherever it goes.
when they plug it, when they plug it in at the emissions testing facility, it's like Sandra Bullock shows up in that movie The Net with the Praetorians and yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Or they just plug it in and it just goes boom. Like the whole facility just shuts down.
Absolutely.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
So let's see here. So what should people do to get more of this, Ian?
TeamClearCoat.com.
Absolutely.
We're also on the media's social.
Yep.
And we're on the iTunes and the subscribe and the thing. And then on the YouTubes with the subscribe.
Email us at teamclearcoat@gmail.com.
Call us.
Call us 720-515-1391. That reminds me. We have a listener voicemail. Do you have time?
Sure.
We have time? Okay. Oh, God. Distract people. Tell them about what to do, Ian.
So the call-in line is like it's a crisis line, an automotive crisis line.
Yep.
Not for emergencies, only for oh God, I saw this thing on the road and I don't understand it and I need to talk to someone about it.
Yep.
We will not answer the phone. But we will play it on the show maybe later and talk about it then.
Yeah. So I'm going to just pull up a picture of the car that this individual was talking about.
Is this you? Oh God.
Okay.
So sometimes Dave likes to call the crisis line.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why.
Maybe like a 2010.
I'm not sure why he does.
Yeah, there we go.
He does this from time to time.
All right. So, okay, here
and then
we
he
go.
pretends like he doesn't.
Let's play it.
Yeah, shut up. So there's a Trustafarian behind me, and I know this because it's a skinny white dude with a whole bunch of tattoos and awful mustache. I mean, the worst mustache. And
were you gonna say something?
I just wanted to say, is it actually playing on the thing?
I think so.
Okay, great.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, any computer audio. Yeah.
And dreadlocks, lots and lots of big dreadlocks, all piled into a dreadlock man bun, a dread bun, and he's driving a Lexus ES350. Yes, I know it's just a Toyota Camry, but it's beige. And it's blowing my mind. I need to know how this happens, but I really don't want to talk to this individual. I love you. Bye.
So,
I think your answer is in your question.
Yeah.
The Trustafarian part, I think, is the giveaway of where that car came from.
I think that's the biggest disparity between vehicle practicality and owner haircut that I've ever seen. like you have an impractical vehicle. You also have an impractical haircut. I have a very sensible vehicle. I have a haircut Ron Swanson would mostly approve of.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That color's a little much.
Tone down the ginge. But this Trustafarian with his dread bun. Also, I'd like to point out that Google Voice got the word Trustafarian right in its text-to-speech. So it got that. Computers know that word. Yeah,
for good or bad.
That was the thing that struck me, and this is that thing where like you see something, you need to say something, you get it off your chest, and then upon reflection, I was like, oh, like the thing that was truly upsetting me that I didn't realize at the time was that disparity between owner hair and car, right? You picture dreadlocks and a VW Eurovan.
Yes.
Dreadlocks and a clapped out Geostorm.
Yes.
You know, dreadlocks and like I would almost take
to private white people's dreadlocks.
Yes. A white dude with dreadlocks and a Nissan GTR. Maybe he's like got a bunch of cannabis money. Right?
Yeah.
But white dude with dreadlocks and a very vanilla Lexus ES350.
Yeah. The most boring car on the face of the planet, essentially.
And designed to be that way.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's not an insult. That's
no.
That's a compliment to the person who designed it because that is explicitly what they were going for.
Yeah, that is a unit of car. Yeah.
Unit. Here is some car.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Reliable. Not just a reliability score. It's just yes.
Yeah.
Right?
I actually tried a new whiskey the other night.
Okay.
I brought it over to my friend's house.
Yeah.
We were listening to the records, and I bought a bottle of whiskey. It's a new Denver distillery.
Okay.
We tried it, and we were all just kind of like, huh. And I said, that is some whiskey.
Some whiskey. Right.
And that's exactly what it was. It was some whiskey.
Right.
Which is better than no whiskey.
Right. Exactly.
But it's much worse than a whiskey.
Right.
It's the same thing with the car.
Yeah. So that perplexed me, and I had to call the hotline.
Well, thank you for doing that. That is how you hotline. So do that 720-515-1391.
Yep. Yes. So if you see something, say something, please call the hotline. Send us an email. Send us FMK Cars. We will play them on the show. We love you, everybody.
We love you. Goodbye.
Oh, God, I have to play the outro music.
Oh, God, we're not ready.
Here we go.
We love you. Goodbye. Still, there it is.